I think my love for cooking comes from like making it for other people. I think if I had to do it for just myself, maybe it wouldn't be so exciting. And I would probably eat sandwiches every night. Or like a microwave dinner. But then again, I don't know. But a big part of it is making it for other people and seeing their reaction. So today on the menu, we're gonna make ground beef kebab and then keto, well, it's all keto, but cucumber tomato salad. The cucumber salad is similar to like a Persian cucumber salad, but we kind of just make it our own. And it's so easy because it only has like probably 4 or 5 ingredients. Cucumber, tomato, you can even just do lemon juice and you're good to go. So we'll show you exactly what we do, but it's super easy and yummy. We're gonna start you guys off with our salad. We do like 1 large English cucumber and then like a half of one, or you could do 2 cucumbers. Traditionally it's chopped like super fine or super small, but I like the bigger cubes, so that's kind of like what makes ours different. Let's start by chopping the cucumbers. I always like to slice them down the middle and then slice each side about like 4 times. And again, you can use the chopper that I showed you guys in the last video, but I feel like this is just easier because I like the bigger chunks. So you can make like a bunch of this. We like to make a big bowl on like, you know, like Monday or Sunday, and then have it in the fridge for when we're hungry. We don't turn to like chips or stuff. Let's throw these in the bowl. So ideally we want to fill up the bowl pretty much. And you can use those tiny English cucumbers. Then you'd probably use like 6. I usually do like 6 or 7 of those if you don't have the big ones. And then if you like it smaller, you can definitely chop it finer. Okay, now we have our cucumbers. And then you're gonna do about 4 medium tomatoes. And these, again, just like the cucumbers, you're gonna wanna dice them a little bit bigger. We actually served this to our friend today that came by for lunch, and he at first was like, I've never had this before, and then he was having like 3 plates full. Okay. I feel like the more colorful that the food is, the healthier it is. Now, for the salad, we're gonna do about half of a large, I would say that's large onion, or a medium, like 1 whole medium. And we're gonna whip out our handy dandy chopper again. Because I think for the onions, you do want them a little bit smaller chopped, just so you don't have like huge chunks of onions. And these are pretty strong, so. Again, we'll just do like the little slices, and then you just stick it on the chopper. So slice them and then cut them in half, and then we're gonna show you our chopper here. See, and they just come out perfect every time. And then my favorite part about that salad is the mint. We're gonna use dried mint, which adds a really good flavor. Okay, that's about done. So here we have our cucumbers, tomatoes. Now we're gonna add an onion that's nice and perfectly chopped. Whoops. And this salad I like to make at least a few hours before you're planning on eating it, even like 24 hours before. I feel like all the juices settle in, and you want the vegetables to soak in that lemon juice as long as possible. So you can make it ahead. Okay, we won't mix it until we throw in the lemon. And that's how easy it is. We'll do 1 whole lemon. And now again, if you see that lemon juice in a jar at Costco, I would just get that because it makes it a lot easier. but fresh is good. But the store-bought lemons suck because they're super dry. Whereas these you get like, oh, they're 1/4 of a cup. Almost a 1/2 a cup. That's how much it gives you. Okay, let's go ahead and dump that in. We might even do two lemons, but we'll give you the exact measurements. Probably 2 lemons. It's gonna be better. Now we can give that a mix. See the colors coming together? Yeah, definitely two lemons. And then about 1 like teaspoon of olive oil. And this is probably my favorite part. This is a dried mint. And it smells so good. And that you want to put like 2 to 3 tablespoons. I love that. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab 1 more lemon. All the ingredients are in. We're gonna give it a toss and then add in some salt and pepper. You could just put however much you want to taste. But I put about like 1 teaspoon. Because I tend to go on the salty side, so we're gonna go on the less salty side and you can salt it yourself. It's probably a better idea. Let's see. 1 teaspoon. And then 1 teaspoon pepper. And it's easy as that. And then we're gonna give it a mix and then put it in the fridge until everything else is ready. Now we're gonna start you guys off with the kebabs. And the best beef to use, I think for this one is about the 85% or 80%. And we're going organic today. And I don't know if I told you guys, but we're gonna make these in the air fryer. So it literally cooks them in like 12 minutes, which is really nice. So it is and if you don't have an air fryer, obviously you could just do it in the regular oven. Okay, so we're gonna throw the beef in a bowl. We're gonna mix in 1 egg, parsley, and then some seasoning and a ground up onion, and then that's it. So let's start with 1 egg, 1 tablespoon minced garlic. That's our favorite, but fresh is good too. Then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon turmeric. This is optional. This is a red pepper, depending on if you like it spicy or not. And this is the one we can't live without. It's so good. This is Trader Joe's Everyday. So this you can use on everything. It's so good. And this one, we're gonna start out with this one. Just give it a few twists. Cumin. We're not gonna measure these out, but we're gonna put the measurements for you guys. And if you're not eating turmeric, you should be taking turmeric supplements because they're really good for you. In our family, we love taking supplements, vitamins. We're all about it. Probably I've been taking them for like 10 years now. I've taken so many supplements. I've taken, well, vitamin D I feel like is very critical, and especially for COVID. So I've never gotten COVID, and everybody around me had it. So I kind of think that has something to do with it. Plus the multivitamins, the fish oils, you know, the list goes on and on. And then the second I knew that everybody around me had it, I loaded up extra on vitamins. And I haven't had a cold in, it'll be 3 years. Here we have our fresh parsley. And I think you want to make sure you get fresh with this. Now, obviously, if you're in a pinch, you could do the dry. Give it a little rinse. And we're gonna chop it up pretty fine. Now, I used to actually put parsley in our cucumber tomato salad, but I needed it for this. So you could, if you have extra, you could put it in your salad as well. But it's already good without it. And that was just an experiment that we tried, but we seem to like it like that. Oh. Okay. And then toss that in. And then lastly, we have our ground onion. So here we have a large onion. We cut it into like quadrants, and then we're gonna blend it, puree it in our little Ninja mixer. So like I was saying before, you can use cheesecloth, but I found that if you don't have cheesecloth, then you can just use a paper towel. That's a little tip. It'll get jammed up if you fill it too full like that. So then you just shove them down. And then if you don't have this, you could just use any blender, I guess. Now, the fun part. Take about like a little ball of it, and then you're just gonna squeeze out the juices out from the paper towel. And then you're gonna dump the meat in there. Then you're just gonna do the same thing for the rest of it. Okay, so here we have everything in there. We lastly added the ground up pureed onion and then strained all of the juice out of there. So I'm gonna try to mix this with a spoon, but I'm probably gonna have to use my hands, which is totally fine. Oh yeah, it's just gonna have to be my hands. And then we're gonna make them into little, like, shit sticks.
That's what you call them?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Typically you would put these on like skewers, but in the air fryer, I found that you could just shape them as if they were on a skewer, and it's the same thing. It's probably, I don't know if it's easier, but maybe a little bit easier. Okay, once you have all that mixed, you're gonna grab your trays. So we're gonna use these. And I just like to grab like a handful and then kind of roll it out. We're just gonna roll them out into a little stick, and then I just kind of like press your finger along there to make like little indents, which would be like on a stick. And then you're gonna just do this with each one. So we eat beef probably like once every 2 weeks. And then when we do, it's usually this. Meatballs are my favorite because I like balls. You know, like soccer balls. No, I like meatballs because they're beefy. I don't know, because they're full of protein. Right? This is what you want them to look like. And we're gonna pop them in the air fryer for 12 minutes. Now, you don't have to flip them because I feel like when you try to flip them, it just like breaks. Just keep them like that. And then I like to cook them like this and then halfway through flip them so the top ones get crispier, you know? All right, so this is the Sur La table from Costco, and it's wonderful. It does pretty much everything. So we barely even have to use our big oven anymore, which I find really helpful. So we're gonna do 380 for 12 minutes. And yeah, once you hear it, it'll come on. And there's a little light on there, you can check it. But the window's dirty, so we won't. Okay, 12 minutes went by like super fast, so let's grab it out and take a look. And you want them like kind of golden, a little bit crispy like that. And it's perfect. And I can't wait to try them. All right, so everybody can see how delicious this salad looks. And even this by itself would be like a meal for me. But let's go ahead and put it on the plate and I'll give it a try. And these flavors go so well together. I think with the meat and the, I guess, vegetables, they tie in very nicely. So they all have really good flavor. And like I mentioned, you can throw on rice if you wanted to add rice, but we're gonna stick with the keto kind of what we eat. Or you can swap out the rice and do cauliflower rice. So that's always an option. But let me go ahead and give it a bite. I'll try. I like to eat a little bit of the salad with the beef. Delicious. So if you guys are thinking of maybe going on some kind of diet or healthier lifestyle or keto plan for summer, this is kind of what we're gonna start doing. So give it a try, like swap out something bad that you would eat and then replace this with it and see what happens, even like once or twice a week. Thank you again for watching, and then comment your thoughts on the food that we've been making, have made, or anything that you want us to make. And we'll try to keep them coming. So definitely like the video and subscribe. And see you next time.